The first session, when I'm first meeting someone, I call an energy alignment, which is 1 hour where we're both on Zoom laying on our couches. And it's like an intuitive reading, but I'm not hearing from people who have passed. I'm hearing from your higher self. So I'm connecting to your soul self or your subconscious self and understanding and helping you put words to why you have that ache in your hip or your low back. There's some emotional tie to it. Our soul can really mainly communicate with us through our emotional and our physical discomfort, because when we're comfortable, we don't pay attention. I can feel in my body where something is off or out of alignment in your body. And if I can click it back into alignment, I just do it myself. And if we need any info on it, I'm digging out all that info. Like, where did this thing come from? Where was the initial wound? Where did this start? And then again, if I can clear it, I do. And we work that way for about an hour. And then if it feels right and it feels in alignment, we might move forward to where I offer you a 6 package session where we do 5, what we call energy edits, which is where I'm muscle testing. And again, we're on Zoom and I'm finding the specific words that are going to take you all the way back to the initial programming of that wound. So it might be the fear of being ignored, or the fear of being seen, or the fear of being in control, or the fear of being out of control, or whatever those really tangible vibrations are in your energetic system, because the universe is saying yes to what we believe to be true. So if it feels unsafe to be seen, you're going to constantly be pulling yourself back and then frustrated at why aren't I meeting my goals? So it's that stuckness, that frustration of, why in the world can't I cross that finish line? That's where I can come in and help. And I usually do 2 energy edits, then a quantum healing, then 3 more edits just to round it all out. So the edits are great for clearing out stuff that you've picked up in this lifetime, and the past life quantum healing heals stuff from other lifetimes. And I call it quantum because it really is, once we clear it in the past, it's cleared in the future and 360 all around you, generationally, ancestrally, all the things.
That's so helpful.
So what happened?
So tell us, Lisa.
It's been a whole experience. First of all, I found that Lizzie and I have so much in common, and that's no coincidence, obviously. And I felt incredibly comfortable opening up to her. Which was so cathartic. I found even just that experience alone, with whatever Lizzie was doing on an energetic level, I was articulating things from my past that were kept coming up in memories and things that I didn't even realize was still affecting me. And the past 10 years have been so chaotic in my own personal life and so out of control. And there's been a lot of mixed emotions and situations that have just caused me to change really who I am, and really for the better. But I'm in this place now where, because there's no more of the chaos, it's still part of me, but I'm really stuck. I can't move forward. Exactly what she just talked about. I'm in a really huge crossroads right now. And also too, to Lizzie's point about you're intuitive, I'm intuitive too. And I don't even know where I'm going next. And that's what I love about working with Lizzie and this group, is because when you have this understanding of how this works, you can't always do it for yourself. And Lizzie was really able to help me dig deep and look at some key factors. And there have been some really interesting themes throughout this that I have come to understand better because of the work that she's done with me. It's interesting when you work with Lizzie, she's got such a serious way, but also such an empathetic space, and she makes you feel so comfortable. And I think that's just the most important thing. I always say that when you're doing this work with anybody, you should always feel safe. And Lizzie absolutely provides that. I could tell her my deepest, darkest secret. And I know that there is no judgment. And I know that there is no backlash. She supports you completely. And so throughout this entire process of really bearing my soul and figuring things out and just having light bulb moments, Lizzie has really been able to support me in all of that. So I just want to start by saying that, because I think that that's huge. And I really didn't know what I was getting myself into, but it didn't matter because I trust her so much. She's incredibly intuitive, was able to put work to things that I couldn't. And after our first and second session, what was interesting is I didn't realize how much she was really helping to clear things. So much so that I think I was expelling so much that I ended up not feeling well. But for me, I think that's what I needed. I needed to get it all out and really feel it, to heal it. And then I started feeling a lot lighter. I didn't realize how much I've been holding in and how much it has affected my entire way of living now. I've been isolating a lot more. I don't go out a lot because I feel so stuck. So within these edits that she's done, it's helped me actually. I've had conversations with family members that I didn't know I was going to be able to have, and they went so well. I've been able to get out more, which I wasn't able to do prior to these edits and these clearings. And I feel much more lighter in each step of the way that we keep working together. And it's a miracle because I was really have been in such a place. It's almost felt like paralyzing. I just haven't been able to move forward and see even a future of what does the next part of my life look like after all of this chaos and confusion that's happened. And I know I'm in a place of healing. This just accelerated that process, which really has been so beautiful. And the last thing we did was the past life regression, which was unbelievable. And that has been really sticking with me so much. I don't know if you want me to go into.
We do. I have one thing I wanted to ask before we get into that. Can you recall like the first thing that Lizzi saw for you when you started?
I know that there's a big part about me being seen and me being out there. So much of it is about getting unstuck and my worthiness and feeling self-worth and self-love. That really is the whole point of what I'm trying to work on.
I know for me, when Lizzi started that very first session, she had me at hello because she got in there and she saw me as a little girl trying to navigate a very difficult home life in terms of how to keep the peace in my house. And no one would ever know that because that's not something I'm vocal about. And it was the nuance and the words that Lizzi used that were like, wow, someone else sees this. And I know ultimately that's my soul talking to me through Lizzi. And she's like, we're going to clear this. We're going to clear that is, and you should know that's why you are who you are. Because at a young age, you had to learn how to make every conversation comfortable. And that's why I'm doing what I'm doing right now, because that's part of who I am in this lifetime. But no one has ever put words to that or saw it in the way that Lizzi saw it.